Go.
Hi everyone, I'm from Group 5. Today our group will learn about Situation 3, one of the interesting situations in our lesson. But first, let's take a look at our group's member list. We are including 4 main teams. Content, PowerPoint, review, and present. And they are the primary topics that our team will cover with you during this presentation. We will first go through part 1, praising the problem, then evaluating your solution, and finally suggesting remedial solution. And now we are going to come together the first part of the presentation, the part that raises the issue. In K3, we will learn about Joe, the president of a small nation who faced a problem, and he has considered develop self-driving cars, which would greatly reduce pollution and vehicles accidents. However, the taxi and trucking industry protest, believing these vehicles will take the jobs. And after much deliberation, the result is that Jones have decided, decided to ban self-driving vehicles. But besides Joe's decision, we also have many issues to consider. Evaluate Joe's solution to the problem. What other possible solutions to the problem are there? Think as collaborative, creatively, or logically, as you like. Follow that, Bảo Ngân will collaborate with you to learn more about the problems and potential solutions.
Hello, everyone. Now we move on to the second section of this presentation, evaluating Joe's solution of banning the development of self-driving vehicles. We can see that this solution is beneficial because of some reasons. First is the employment. Second is the cost. Third, the technical issues. And fourth, the threats. Considering the employment, we can see that many people can keep their jobs. This is the most straightforward solution to the protest of taxi and truck drivers. The existence of driverless vehicles threatens their employment, so banning these vehicles can stop the protests and keep them employed. And also, the traditional drivers won't have to worry about making a living for themselves and their families. Considering the cost, self-driving cars will be more expensive than normal cars and take a lot of money to repair. Not everyone can afford to buy these high-tech vehicles, so the majority of the citizens will likely continue using their current vehicles. Regarding the technical issues, the driverless cars are not stable because if it goes through new roads without being able to update the data, the occupants may have problems. And the maps of these self-driving cars may not define many isolated or rural locations, while the experience of drivers can help them find out. And when the systems malfunction, those who use these vehicles can be put in a very dangerous situation or even an accident. And regarding the threats, the use of smart cards in the car industry could lead to an increasing criminal rate because hackers may access your information to sell or stalk your timetable. Hackers may have more opportunities to penetrate the car's software and harness its operation. According to the consumers, the main barriers preventing them from using self-driving vehicles are 73% of secure media against hackers, 72% of system security against hackers, and another 71% is for self-driving cars being confused by unexpected situations. And now let's take a look at this solution from another angle. Joe's solution is not an optimal one because of these reasons. There is no proof of unemployment, and these vehicles can bring benefits for workers, benefits for the traffic, benefits for users, and also benefits for the environment. There is no concrete evidence or accurate prediction of unemployment for taxi and trucking industries. These drivers only protest based on their belief that they will lose their jobs, or even because some opposing forces provoke them to do it to take down the current president, who is Joe. And also, these types of vehicles can bring benefits for workers because they need to be paid more attention to their accuracy and safety. So instead of letting unemployment rise, the government can train the unemployed to join the process of regulations, monitoring, maintenance, repair, and the government actually need more manpower to work in this field. Regarding the benefits for traffic, self-driving vehicles will follow speed limits and listed traffic control signs. This will reduce the risk of overrunning in work areas, school areas, and reduce traffic jams in a whole. And drivers could actually fall asleep without causing any trouble, since the machine would navigate through the traffic and the number of accidents could be greatly reduced. Regarding the benefits for user, using self-driving vehicles may be safer because they all will be developed with modern technology and guarantee the safety before being widely used. Driverless cars will create owner's management over the driver, reducing the sense of responsibility of a part of a traffic. And people can make use of their commuting time to do other things like read newspapers, have meetings, eat or drinks, because they won't have to focus on driving. People with disabilities can move to wherever they want to by themselves when they have driverless cars. And for the benefits for the environment, self-driving cars can reduce the driving costs by saving fuel and leading to better environmental impact. It is obvious that we are facing a variety of environmental issues: climate change, global warming, acid rain, especially air pollution caused by transportation activities. Therefore, driverless car technology can be a solution to reduce congestion and traffic pollution. If we can minimize the number of vehicles on the streets using smart navigating systems within these vehicles, we can soon enjoy the clean air again. And move on to the third part, we would love to suggest some other possible solutions to this problem. Number one is to create jobs for traditional drivers. We can train the unemployed to join the process of manufacturing, assembling, or making specific tools or parts of these vehicles. They then will be hired to work in domestic or even international factories. And the traditional drivers can also be trained to work in other sectors such as maintenance, repairing, or customer services. They can work in garages or service center. The second solution is to develop safety requirements that make these vehicles safer. We can attach a GPS locator to observe the position and status of the vehicle. When the vehicle has unexpected problems, the driver can ask for help and so the others can reach them conveniently. There should be two modes, manned and unmanned, so that users can be flexible when using these vehicles. According to a survey by American Automobile Association, 52% of adults in the US would feel safer in self-driving cars if they had the ability to take control if something went wrong. And last but not least, before implementing driverless cars, we have to make sure that the inhabitants have confidence in these automated vehicles. The third solution is to build specialized facilities for these vehicles only. We can use separate lanes for self-driving cars. We can build centers or schools to train people and then grant a license. Only those who have completed training can use driverless cars. And also we can build manual repairs or emergency centers to deal with technological problems in time. The fourth solution is to enact laws relating to driverless vehicles. According to a survey by American Automobile Association, there are 51% of US citizens care about the law to make sure self-driving cars are safe, and another 57% of US citizens say they want to understand who is liable in the event of a collision with a self-driving car. So we could see that there must be strict laws that clarify the procedures related to paperwork, the production, and the maintenance of these vehicles. The responsibilities of different subjects, from manufacturers to users, must also be clarified. In conclusion, if we want these vehicles to be widely used in the future, it is highly suggested that all the mentioned solutions are carried out. Only by this way can we make the most out of self-driving vehicles and make a significant impact to the society in many aspects. And that is the end of our presentation. Thank you again for your attention.